Hey there, Family Guy fans. The Big Beefies here, or as I like to call him, the guy who pays my mortgage. He's got me writing this script for some kind of countdown about my favorite little psycho, Stewie. Don't tell him this, but I actually find the kid hilarious. Like a tiny homicidal Winston Churchill with a football-shaped head. Anyway, Beefy wants to relive some classic Stewie bits, the ones that made you people soil your tighty-whities back in the day. So buckle up, grab a juice box or a martini, I don't judge, and get ready to laugh at the absurdity that is Stewie Griffin. Let's be honest, the rest of that family is about as funny as a root canal without anesthetic. So thank God for the evil toddler. Am I right? Remember that time Stewie and Brian got into that knockdown drag-out brawl? I'm talking about Patriot Games from Season 4. Classic. Stewie's all hopped up on that post-soccer rage, ready to give Brian a what for, and Brian, being the pacifist he pretends to be, tries to take the high road. But we all knew that wasn't gonna last, right? Next thing you know, they're tearing each other apart like two toddlers fighting over a moldy juice box. And the best part? The entire fight is one long, drawn-out, slow-motion sequence set to Helen Reddy's I Am Woman. You can't write this stuff. Okay, you can, because I just did, but you get the point. Next up, we've got Stewie's little trip back in time in Mother Tucker. The little guy builds a time machine out of a cardboard box and some Christmas lights, because Family Guy logic. And naturally, things go completely haywire. He ends up in some bizarre alternate reality where everyone communicates through interpretive dance and Peter's got a handlebar mustache that could make Tom Selleck jealous. Don't ask me how it happened, just go with it. The best part of this whole thing is Stewie's reaction to the whole mess. He's just so completely and utterly done with everything. You can practically hear him thinking, this is it. This is how it ends, surrounded by dancing idiots and my father's hideous facial hair. Chapter 3. Surfin' on Your Nerves. Ah, Surfin' Bird. The song that became both a blessing and a curse upon this world. And leave it to Stewie Griffin to turn it into his own personal anthem of insanity. In the episode I Dream of Jesus, Stewie stumbles upon this little ditty and becomes utterly terrifyingly obsessed with it. He plays it on repeat, sings it at the top of his lungs, and generally makes everyone around him want to shove their ears in a blender. The funniest part? The utter simplicity of it all. It's just Stewie, a record player in that damn song, driving everyone around him slowly mad. It's comedy gold. Or maybe that's just the Stockholm Syndrome talking. Chapter 4. Multiverse of Madness, Before It Was Cool. Long before Benedict Cumberbatch was screwing up timelines, Stewie and Brian were taking a whirlwind tour through the multiverse. In the Season 8 premiere, Road to the Multiverse, these two knuckleheads hop through different dimensions, each one more bizarre than the last. We're talking about a world where everyone's a dog, a world where everything's drawn by Disney, and even a world where everyone's a giant, sentient chicken. Don't ask, just try to keep up. The best part of this whole adventure, besides the sheer randomness of it all, is the dynamic between Stewie and Brian. They're constantly bickering, getting on each other's nerves, and generally making the best of a weird situation. It's like watching an old married couple argue their way through a cosmic flea market. Chapter 5. Dear Santa, you suck. And last but not least, we have Stewie's scathing letter to Santa from the episode Family Guy viewer mail number 2. This isn't your typical heartwarming Christmas story. Stewie, in all his cynical glory, decides to pen a letter to the big guy up north, and let's just say it's not filled with holiday cheer. He lays into Santa about his weight, his questionable delivery methods, and his general lack of real-world knowledge. It's brutal, it's hilarious, and it's classic Stewie. He doesn't hold back even when it comes to a jolly gift-giving demigod. The best part? The way Stewie delivers the whole thing. He's got this deadpan delivery that just sells the whole bit. It's like he's genuinely offended by Santa's existence, and honestly, who can blame him? And there you have it, folks. 5 of the most hilarious Stewie Griffin moments ever to grace your television screens. I gotta hand it to Beefy, he knows his stuff. Or maybe he just knows how to work me like a rented mule. Anyway, if you enjoyed this little trip down memory lane, be sure to give the video a big thumbs up. And hey, if you're feeling really adventurous, hit that subscribe button, for more Stewie-approved content. Just don't tell him I said that. He's got a thing about being exploited for views. Something about child labor laws and whatnot.